If you have traveled to various parts of the country, either in the urban or rural areas, you have most likely spotted a black mamba bicycle, which for many years has been the typical mode of transport for many households. But with the rapid change in the manufacturing industry, new modern bicycles have come up, and not only that, the business of hiring bicycles has turned out to be a booming venture. In the outskirts of Juja town, we meet with David Michael, a youth who turned his hobby of cycling to a business hub. Michael for years was used to cycle 13 kilometers from Juja to Thika town on a daily basis on this mode of transport. In 2016, after a brainstorm with his cycling friends on how to survive the harsh economic times and get a source of livelihood due to unemployment, they decided to use what was on their hands to make a living.
We started first by cycling, just for fun. Then we saw it as a potential. We can do something. We can hire the bikes and earn something. And that's when we started with few, like three bikes. Then the business started bumping.
Michael and his friends started the business called Cycle Kenya. In Juja town, it was the first of its kind, as it was the sole business of hiring bicycles hourly to the residents. In the first year, it was an extreme boom, with most of the customers being Jomo Kenyatta International University students who walk for miles going to class and commuting within the area. But within a year, Michael started facing competition.
Someone can come hire the bike and still won't come back, even if we have all the details, especially during this time when all students are closing the school. We have to be more strict, otherwise we'll end up having no bike. Yeah. Challenge number 2 is just the competition.
In Kenya, bicycles are seen as an inferior mode of transport for the poor. Most people prefer driving vehicles to commute from one place to the other, be it with personal vehicles, matatus, or even tuk-tuks. But over time, bicycles have become a viable mode of transport for students from JKUAT to commute to classes. With time, the business has inculcated the art of cycling in Juja town.
Juja town, majorly Juja town. It's a very small town, but it has a lot of bikes. Simply because someone might come and hire, then he or she might feel that it's too expensive, it's too costly for him to keep on hiring the bike.
As with any other business, challenges are rife. Michael tells us hiring bicycles is a risk, as sometimes they are stolen. When learning institution close or students are having exams, there is always a dip in revenue.
Especially during this time when all students are closing the school, we have to be more strict. Otherwise, we'll end up having no bike. Yeah. Challenge number 2 is just the competition.
Cycle Kenya involves hiring imported bikes which have been used and disposed from the United States of America and United Kingdom, which they repair some of them and get them back to business. David advocates for cycling as an alternative mode of transport, saying that if you want to survive the pressure that comes with urban living and hard economic times, cycle a little more.
Look at a town, look at a country, a place like UK. Even the MPs are riding bikes to parliament. But you know, Kenya, we only focus on vehicles. If you have a vehicle, you're one of the richest people. But bike is the best thing.
Irene Mwangi for Capital News.